Hello, my name is Andrea Larson, and I'm very excited to share with you where in central Wisconsin can you trail run. And it turns out we have so many opportunities essentially out our back door. I'm glad you're interested in learning more about these opportunities, and I'm excited to share them with you. I'm the executive director of Ironbull, where we're trying to really promote people getting outside and fit. So thank you for wanting to learn more. This picture is actually during our Ironbull Ultra race that we have our runners going right along the quarry at Rib Mountain State Park. So I'm going to start with some of our great trails right here in Rib Mountain, just a few minutes outside of the Walmart Rib Mountain Drive area. And we have a fantastic county forest that has everything from beginner to advanced trails. So the beginner trails, I would say, are generally closer to the chalet. And then as you get farther out, there's some very technical single track as well as some very hilly ski trails further out from the chalet. So a lot of different options. If you haven't been there before, I would highly recommend going with someone, especially if you want to go further out. If you're not able to go with someone, make sure you do print out a map before you come, or have one on your phone for reference. And there's a mix of single track. The local mountain biking community, Seawalk, puts together some great trails. They've reworked a lot of them over the last couple of years, and those are great for running on. Just make sure you are aware that bikers could be coming from either direction. There's also 20 miles of ski trails that they mow a couple times over the summer, as well as several horse and snowmobile trails. These can get pretty mucky pretty much anytime it's not frozen. So once you hit a wet spot, it was used to be called 9 Mile Swamp. I recommend turning around because it's probably not going to get much better unless the ground's frozen. These are marked very well. There are trail kiosks throughout the trail system, so you can find out where you are once you're out on the trails. Those also, because it's a great venue, the location of a couple races. The first one, the WASP 24, is known as a bike race, but they recently added some running components. And then the Ragnar Relay, which is a nationally known event, brings thousands of runners to the area for that race, and it sells out. So here's a couple pictures with my family on the easier trails closer to the chalet. The first one's on the ski trail, and the other one's on the mountain bike trail. Another opportunity we have in central Wisconsin is the Ice Age Trail. So one of the areas is kind of by Eau Claire Dells. There's several segments though to choose from, all about 30 minutes outside of Wausau roughly. They are more intermediate to advanced, however, there is a variety there. They are hiking only, and there are some nice short loops at the Dells of Eau Claire County Park that maybe if you're a little bit newer to trail running, that would be a great start. And regardless whether you are an advanced runner or not, this trail is so awesome that make sure when you're in the area, make sure you stop and check that out. Just really unique area with the falls there. There are a couple other segments, including the Ringville segment, which has about 9 miles, and the Plover River segment. Both of these are primarily out and back. They did rework some of the Plover River segment recently, so that's a nice addition to the ICH Trail. There is also a section I'll mention later a little bit further north. Moving on, Rib Mountain State Park is a gem right in Wausau. I've run there literally from downtown Wausau all the way to the top, and it's really cool. You get to the top, you can see downtown Wausau, yet you feel like you have the place completely to yourself a lot of times because it's not an overutilized park for the most part of the year. There are 13 miles of trails. It's hiking only, but because of the elevation change, there's about 800 feet elevation change from the bottom of the ski hill to the top, and there's about 3 or 4 different ways you can go down on the hiking trails. So some of them don't go quite that far down, but really a great trail system to explore. There are also, primarily at the top of the hill, some very rocky sections. That's where this picture was taken during our Ironbull Ultra race. Really unique though. I've been hiking in a lot of places in Wisconsin, and some of the areas here are just out of this world. Definitely go out to the quarry. Really unique there as well. They do have maps online, so I'd encourage you to print out a map or download it on your phone prior. Once again, if you can go with someone that knows the system, I'd recommend that as well. But if you can't do that, there are maps available usually at the ranger station. There are on-site maps on the trails, but they are so faded that I have a very hard time reading them, so don't plan on relying on that. We actually have some upcoming training runs if you would like to try out running at Red Mountain State Park. We will have all ability levels joining us. So if you've never run there before, or even trail run before, please join us at those dates. We also have our Ironbull Ultra Trail 50K and 15K in October when the colors are at peak season. We had a lot of first-time ultra runners, a lot of first-time trail runners do the event. A lot of people just said it was a great course. So don't be intimidated by the distances, because this is a great opportunity to stop and smell the roses while you're out there. We also have a lot of other trail systems that are a little bit further down, I'll say the road from Wausau. So the Underdown and Prairie Dell systems are in the Merrill area, Irma a little bit more specifically. They have a ton of trails. I would highly recommend going with someone that's been there before. I will admit, pretty much every time I've been there, I end up getting turned around at some point, and it ends up being a little bit longer than I planned. Fantastic trail system, though. The Ice Age Trail goes through there, which I had mentioned previously. I wanted to bring that up because just a lot of rolling hills. I've been there many times. I don't know if I've taken any pictures there, so I don't have any pictures to show. Same with Standing Rocks. I've been there a number of times, both skiing and biking and running, and they have a nice trail system there. This one is less technical single track in my opinion, but it is worth a stop if you're in the area or want to get a day trip in. Also, if you're wanting to drive a little bit further, Levis Mountains is a great mountain biking, and they have ski trails too, and certainly can run on those. Underdown has camping on site, and so does Levis Mountains, if you do want to make it an overnight destination. So as you can see, there is a plethora of opportunities for some advanced trail running, like I said. There is also several opportunities for beginning trail running that I recorded earlier that you can check out. So please let me know if you have questions about any of the opportunities. My email is executivedirector@ironbull.org. I'm excited to share these with you, and hopefully we can see you out on the trails.